Welcome to Grand Conspiracy Theories. Today we're talking about 9/11. It was a controlled demolition that was done for insurance purposes to start it's a big false flag to start the trillions of dollars of war that Halliburton needed for its profits. I mean, General Dynamics. So many companies have made profit over the attack of 2003 in Iraq. They did it with the intention to have the international monetary bank system put into Iraq. It wasn't there in 2003. So the day of their supposedly life and culture, where they were it was basically a big orgy day. That's the day we attacked them 14 years ago and killed a lot of people in retaliation for 9/11, and everyone was so gung-ho and it's elected George Bush, which was basically kind of a stolen election, just like this last one, with how like the voting machines were played with, the Congress and especially the judges at the time. They didn't do a recount to show that Al Gore actually did win that election. The governor of Florida was the brother of George Bush, so no conflict of interest there. So there is a lot to do with the events of that day that are just kind of fishy. There's some things like the news reports coming out on Building 7 that it collapsed moments before it did collapse. Someone yelling, "Pull it." That's a demolition term. Just the way it collapsed. I mean, I'm a union carpenter. I see how crews and stuff get done. I see how fast 4-hour mini you can build a whole rock concert or strike it in like 2 hours. So to put bombs in with like a few teams of people, you could have nanothermite put into the elevators. Like they were doing maintenance. No one thinks nothing of it, and it's like, oh, just don't go there. Okay, do your work. And so they were able to put in these explosives before 9/11, and then yeah, they had the plane hit. But you see from the fire that hit in UK, it's because a building burns and burns and burns. Doesn't mean it's going to collapse. It's designed to stay up with the beams. The steel is strong enough to stay together as a structural unit. So the way the two towers didn't fall over one way or another and hit other buildings that were not insured, and it just kind of collapsed in on itself, that's fishy. And especially Building 7, very fishy. And then, the government reports, so they're able to find the passport of the guy, disintegrated buildings, yet they found the passport of the people who did it on site. What are the odds of that? They had trucks and equipment lined up the night before, ready to take the whole project out. They got them work, and then they took so long to get cancer treatment and compensation for the firefighters that went in there. Is the government really helping us, or has it gone really sour and fascist under these new days? There is some basic rights though left in this country, especially Second Amendment rights. I've heard Chicago's gone insane. It's like Detroit with guns. There's like crates of guns everywhere. and people are always killing one another for what? For paper? Is paper considered freedom? That's been the mantra, but there is no paper. It's just plastic and debt, and paper just fuels those the powers at hand. So there's truth that freedom isn't free, and the wars that we're fighting now, in an alternate reality, if 9/11 never happened, there's this whole course of events that never happened. Or if Al Gore won the election, there's a whole course, alternate reality of where we are now. Why is there people still using the grid for their power system? Why is not everyone using solar when it's so available? Why is there suddenly a resurgence against solar and for coal and profit and the gasoline systems, when we're getting away from that as a species? We're becoming electric vehicles. So private enterprise is going to be what's going to take over in space and in really picking up the ball to change the way the system's done. So I believe in Elon Musk, and he can take over the simulation. Basically, this is Civilization 6 in reality. And it's pretty sickening, the state of affairs that we've gotten ourselves into as a country that spends more on their military than every other country combined. I think we could allocate some resources to other things besides nuclear weapons, and I mean, we might have the latest killing technology, but why is this not being spent on empowering the populace? But they won't want that. They want to keep people just in like a Bank of America painting, like an invisible cage, which there is no escape from. So think twice before you buy, and wake up. Thank you.